There was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life yesterday at a rally in Pennsylvania, and it has taken the world by storm. And strangely enough, people have stated that it is because of Donald Trump's knowledge on aliens that he was shot at. And we're going to break that down today because it is getting quite ridiculous. But in case you didn't know, there was obviously a rally, a Trump rally at Butler, Pennsylvania, and before I play this clip, it is quite graphic, so, you know, trigger warning before we get into it, but this is how the event panned out.
And that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
That, of course, was the moment that Donald Trump was fired upon.
Hold, when you're ready, on you. Ready? Move! Up, move! Go! Up. Hawkeye's here. We ready?
Okay, we are watching live at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, where former President Trump was speaking on the stage. There has been some kind of disturbance that clearly sets law enforcement and Secret Service into motion, immediately jumping around the former president in a protective mode. The crowd has been screaming. They are standing by. You can hear some voices there saying, "Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go?" We are looking at President Trump. This does not look good. I'm going to be honest with you, from what we can see right here, it looks like they are attempting to move him out, that he may have been injured. He is holding up his arm. He is pumping his fist, but clearly Secret Service wants to get him out of this situation.
Of course, this is, this is history in the making, of course. So, this is going to be up there in American history alongside the likes of 9/11, alongside the likes of the JFK assassinations, and, of course, the Ronald Reagan shootings as well. But the whole thing has completely spiraled. We will say, though, of course, sympathies go out to the families that were affected by this, because although the assassination attempt was on Donald Trump, it was stray bullets that ended up hitting people that were in the crowd. So one person ended up losing their life, and two people are in critical condition in hospital at the moment, being treated for gunshot wounds from the stray bullets that missed Donald Trump. So, it has to be said that, sympathies go out to those people, thoughts and prayers, and I hope that they make a speedy recovery, those that are in critical care, as the same with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is absolutely fine, though. The bullet wound it is affecting his upper right ear. The bullet hit his ear, and it exited at the exact, you can see photos actually of the bullet actually ricocheting out of his ear, and it's quite it is a historic photo. But the reason I'm talking about it on this channel today, because I've gone into a lot of depth over on my other channel, Simply Strange, where I've talked about some conspiracies where people have said that, ex-Secret Service who have said that this is very fishy and not quite right. And then over on Simply Said, I've gone into all of the details about everything that we know about the shooter, about President Trump's condition, and how the world has reacted. So go over to those channels. I'll link videos down below, but it's quite a terrifying moment. But the reason I'm talking about it on this channel is because there is a conspiracy that is catching a lot of traction, and I felt it important to kind of talk about it in the wake of it, because almost to just kind of help to shut this conspiracy down. Now, of course, Ross Coulthart came out with this.
I know, for example,
this. About a month ago, when he spoke up in front of a crowd talking about how Donald Trump fears that he will be killed over his knowledge of aliens and UFOs. So let's take a little listen to this first.
When I know, for example, Trump's been briefed, you know what's going on? He's scared. He's scared they're going to kill him if he reveals what he knows. That's what I've been told. You have a situation where your potential president is terrified of speaking about the UAP issue because he's scared they're going to knock him. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making this up. This is serious. You know, you have a national scandal at the heart of this. It's not just about UFOs, it's about your country. It's totally screwed unless you resolve this issue. It should be the dominant political issue. If you can get this secret out, the world will change overnight. And I've heard that from people in the program. They're deeply angry that this secret is being suppressed. They see no good reason. One of the reasons it's being suppressed is because America has made weapons, dreadful weapons. Are you proud of that? Is that really what we want to do from technology that we've obtained by using offensive weaponry against a fairly benevolent, non-human intelligence? Is that really how we want to define our first contact? Because that's what we're talking about here. And I don't know how to communicate this more seriously.
So that was the what obviously he was saying here, that Donald Trump has been briefed and he is fearful for his life that someone might take it based off of the information that he's aware of. Now, this is, of course, come back into the fold since the assassination attempt that took place yesterday in Pennsylvania. People stating, "My eyes and ears cannot believe it." Ross Coulthart told us about it. He said Donald Trump's been briefed and he's scared that he will be killed if he reveals what he knows about UFOs and aliens. Now, I understand why this is coming back into the fold. Of course, this gets stated about a month ago, and then obviously yesterday Donald Trump has someone try and take his life. But I don't believe that it is off the back of his knowledge of aliens and UFOs. I refuse to believe it. You know, it would be very easy for me here to sit here and speculate and kind of, you know, begin this misinformation propaganda for views, but I won't do that. I won't do that because I just don't believe it. I have done hours of research on this. I've watched the news all morning today, kind of trying to keep in the fold of what's been going on. I live streamed last night over on my other YouTube channel, Simply Said. Like I said, there will be a link down below to that to try and, you know, get people in the fold and kind of talk about it and try and get the feelings from American people over in the States about this situation. This is nothing to do with aliens. This is nothing to do with UFOs. This topic is actually really, really serious. And you know, when you look into the nooks and crannies of the shooter, it was a 20-year-old Matthew Crooms, I believe it is. I'll just double check that now. It was, just double checking so I can get my facts straight, but it was, here we go. Where are we? I don't want to pay for you, Guardian. I want to hear about this. Where's the name? Matthew Crooks, Thomas Matthew Crooks. So that was the name of the shooter. He was a 20-year-old from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, and he was registered Republican who donated to the Progressive PAC, which of course is a Democratic, basically fundraiser. So, you know, it's clear to see that the motivation was somewhat political, though we don't know a motivation for the shooting at this time. I don't absolutely, not for a second am I going to entertain the idea that it was because Trump's got knowledge on UFOs and aliens. I think this was, you know, strictly political. I think this was a disgruntled citizen, whatever the case may have been. It's really hard to know at this time. And what I will say is, based off of the information that's been gathered thus far, is that this clearly was a premeditated thing. It wasn't something where someone just decided to go out and do it, because the shooter was wearing clothes very similar to the colour of the roof that he was laying on when he took the shots. It was obviously very hard for the Secret Service to identify him and pinpoint him out, which is exactly how the shooting was able to take place. But like I say, I don't think it's because of this whole Ross Coulthart interview. I don't think it's because of his information on aliens and UFOs. I think that's the last thing on people's minds during a rally, during you know, though I will not, it cannot be understated that of course this is a growing interest topic, aliens and UFOs, and you know, disclosure around that topic, but I just don't think it's off the back of this. But what do you guys think? Please let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. To all of my American viewers, what's the feelings over in the US right now? Of course, it's over in the UK. All I can say is that we're just completely shocked and dumbfounded that this was able to, you know, even happen, let alone that it did happen. And you know, it's terrifying to think that obviously it did graze his ear, but if it was a couple of inches to the right, this could have ended very, very differently, and of course that would have been a fatal shot. So it is terrifying. The whole thing is terrifying. What do you guys think though? Please let me know down in the comments below. Again, like I say, sympathies and prayers go out to the families affected by this shooting, because it wasn't just Donald Trump. Although the assassination attempt was on him, the stray bullets did manage to kill and fatally wound and critically wound 2 other people. So yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to them. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you have found this video informative, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And if you want to be kept in the loop on the ins and outs, go and subscribe to Simply Strange, which is my other YouTube channel, and Simply Said, where I do kind of keep you guys in the loop with everything over there as well. But yeah, thank you for checking this video out, guys. Have a great rest of your day, stay safe, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.